Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, in between appointments, let's talk about cruelty. So, cruelty comes in so many forms and fashions, and it is like, oh, it is on right now. Especially, well, I've been trying to work with this for about a week. So, when Renee Good died, there was comment sections packed with good, more, harder, faster, whatever. Okay. Um, Now, I mean, that's nice. You want to tell the internet that, like, you're into snuff films and whatnot. But maybe, you know, start vetting some things out of your own system before you put them on the internet. Because that's forever, darling. So, when we witness that, when we are come up against it, when we are reading things and we're like, YouTube, what? And it doesn't even have to be a comment section, and that's the most brutal part. That's where you're gonna find the snuffy film lovers, okay? But even the governmental narrative, I wasn't shocked the puppy killer said it. You could have seen it coming a mile away, but like people were shocked and dismayed. So, um, the purpose is to control. If you can dysregulate an entire population, automatic control. Automatic. If you can put somebody into fear, dismay, confusion, automatic control. Mm, that's the purpose of it. That's the purpose of cruelty. Is they're seeking control in a violent manner. We don't consider things like verbal abuse or calling for more death of white women, uh, you know, violent. We don't consider it violent. Isn't that cute? That's cute. Um, so rather than go, oh my God, what do we need to? No, you're going to read the energy. You're going to read it. You're going to go back to the comment section. You're going to watch the video a few times over and you'll be like, what am I looking at here? What am I really seeing in this? What's really here? Okay. And that's going to look different for you, for every single person. It could be, this happened, that happened, whatever it is showing up for you, look at it. Look at it. Don't do the same thing. Don't do the same thing because that's going to provide guilt in the future. Look at it honestly with integrity and some sort of, I'm not going to say compassion. You don't need to have compassion for that. That's a puppy killer behind a microphone. What you do is you look at it through the lens of integrity and truth. Like, what is the truth of the situation here? And it's deeper than it's a puppy killer telling people it's okay to kill white women because they weren't using their vehicle as a weapon. Okay, so, and I can't give that specific to you because this is dealing now with a little bit of tactical situation things. So, however we experience gaslighting and whatever else in the past and whatever it pertained to, my biggest thing was like, oh my God, those ladies that have had their pets killed by their significant other, probably feeling it pretty bad today. That kind of subconscious undercurrent is what I'm talking about, okay? So when that gets chinged on, it's not that you go into victim mode. It's like, okay, I'm going to memorize this energetic pattern. I'm going to memorize it. I'm going to memorize it. I'm going to code it in my system. Sacred witchy ways. 4444. Okay. So then you're going to take it in and say, okay, what is this trying to teach me? Where's my empowerment here? Because they wouldn't be using violence if they didn't see my power. That's the rule. I didn't make the rules. I don't make the rules. But that's the rule. If there's violence involved, they've lost control. And maybe they never had it to begin with. But either way, when there's violence involved, control has been lost. Okay? So where did it go? Where did the control go? Back to the white woman that got shot 3 times in the face. There are a lot of things that died that day. Authority, hierarchy, law. A lot of things in patriarchy took a digger that day. A lot of things. And I don't think it's coming back. So stop trying to resuscitate it, please. You're now killing more people. So when we access, when we access that wisdom, that knowledge to integrate, okay, we then need to start communicating with our body about it. Okay, what's the lesson from this? What do I need to pass on to other people? How am I going to maneuver through this? Okay. And again, it's going to be different for each one of us because we have a separate fractaled dimensional ecosystem. It's not a cookie cutter situation. This is being seen by the globe at this point. So when Christy is up there speaking whatever, this is an energetic pattern that the globe itself needed to witness. So this is an energetic pattern that belongs to every single solitary human on the planet. And your opportunity with this, not your obligation, your opportunity with this is to read the energetic patterns. See how they play out, see how they corrupt, and see how they move forward. This is how we create a better future. So when you get to the point of saying, okay, what's her real message here? Her real message is that she doesn't see anybody as human. She doesn't value life. She's not going to start doing that. And she is part of the system that is working exactly as it was designed to work. She is part of the patriarchy. Okay. And so this is like the Handmaid's Tale with the wife giving the speeches. Okay. Crunchity crunch crunch. Crunch crunch. Ooh! Sitting with that is going to be a little difficult. But nonetheless, that's going to bring up a lot of things. And that's not for nothing. It's an opportunity to sit and go, okay, I'm not going to do the victim modality thing here. I'm not going to read these comment sections and say to myself, oh my God, there's a lot of people that want the majority of the population off the earth. Oh my goodness. We already knew that. We already knew that. Our minds knew that. Our hearts knew that. Our womb knew that. Our bones know that. That's why we're undisturbed. We're like, fucking another day. But it's still an opportunity to actually start reading the subtitles that aren't actually flowing across the bottom of the screen right now, or the bottom of the screen that she's on. It's a subconscious undercurrent is what I call it. And it's very specific. It's not just that the mechanism is failing and falling. Is that mechanism is trying to parasite and weasel its way into the future through gaslighting, through controlling a narrative. White women don't even matter. Okay, and now men, white men protecting white women really don't matter. Okay, it's a subconscious undercurrent hijack every single time. Okay, so connecting those webs for yourself. And again, because the cursey thing is being seen by the globe, I feel like that's such an individual process for you to go through, because it's not just for distraction. It's not that particular aspect of it is not just for distraction. It is for deep self-contemplation. How the ever living daylight did we think that some dude thought that some puppy killer was going to be a fucking brilliant idea in charge of people that can't even pass a drug test to hold guns to people's heads? How did we figure that? How did we get here? Okay, so cruelty has a point. Okay, and aside from it being out, that was control. That would be control. But the other aspect of it is to try to hijack the subconscious undercurrent by getting you unsafe in your own skin. So what do? What do? Do you volunteer as tribute, or do you come back in your own body and be like, I have my own set of herbs and spices. Would you like a taste, darling? Or you could just walk away or do whatever you got to do. Follow the intuitive guidance you're given. I can't give that to you. I just gave you a few of my options. But that's how the cookie crumbles, right? It's a multi-dimensional fractal ecosystem. You do what you need to do for yourself. You don't do what anybody else directs you to do. That's how the fuck we got here, is by listening to everybody else and what they think we should need to be doing. No. We need to start following our intuition. We need to start honoring ourselves and our humanity and each other's humanity and all that good gravy. Or, the other route. Okay. And women, don't kid yourself. You're born with this. It's in your bones. So don't be afraid of it. And I know that so many things have made you afraid of it. I know that there's so much terror out there, and they just want to destroy and make it feel terrible and awful and wretched and, like, again, destroy the system that is you, rather than the system that's mocking and controlling them. They're just going to pass down the abuse because they do not perceive another way to exist here. And that's their tragedy. Right? Perception is a lot of different things. Okay. And it is definitely what controls things, your perception of them. So rather than do the victim narrative that all the narky McNarkins content wants you to step into, because that's what they're training you into. This is the only lens you're allowed to see life through. This is the only way you're allowed to operate here. This is the only way you can possibly function, is to da-da-da-da-da-da. Rather than just sitting with it and saying, you know what? This is the most ridiculous shit I have ever experienced in my whole entire life. And no, I don't have to take it. I don't have to deal with it. And I don't need to be engaging with people who, for lack of a better fucking breakdown, want me dead. I don't have to keep interacting with those people. That's my personal choice. Okay? And again, use that intuitive nudge however you need to. Okay? And then ask yourself, how was I blind to this? How did I not realize that I was engaging with people that wanted me dead? How did this happen? Okay? And then find that in yourself. And it's not about shaming or blaming or whatever it is. Just look at the situations and say, I choose different. I have a pattern, and I know what it is, and I have it fucking memorized, and I'm going to choose different. I'm going to navigate to different waters. Boom, boom. Done, done. I'm going to navigate to safer waters. I'm going to navigate to the places and around people that value me, that hold me sacred, that do not seek to constantly destroy and make my life terrible, right? All those lovely little things. Okay. When you come into a space that rather than stepping into some sort of victim narrative, you step into a, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow? And how can I get off this spiral? Because it's not a flat wheel, I know. But the old entitled rich white man said so. It's a spiral and you can get off of it. Multi-dimensional fractal ecosystem. This is what they're babbling about when they say new earth. It's a, okay. I think we've gotten to the full course of learning what we need to learn on this particular spiral. I would like to hop, skip, and jump and bibbidi bobbidi boo over to something else. Please and thank you. I appreciate this. This is great. But life, could you please show me how beautiful things can get. Show me how magical. Show me how lovely. As a Scorpio stellium. Opposites. Okay, so stepping into the power of the moment rather than the terrible, destructive of the moment. Okay, so rather than let the red pill community and comment section have you losing faith in humanity as a whole, do memorize the pattern, but then do something else with it rather than clutching your pearls and getting terrified in your own skin. Say, okay, I know this exists. I know it's not all of humanity, and I know that part of humanity is dwindling because they're starting to wake up and realize, oh, this ain't it. And nobody paid attention what happened to those German soldiers, apparently. Because none of the hierarchy is going to be held accountable. We already know that. Operation Paperclip. But the soldiers, ooh, child. Okay? So, I don't even want to talk about it. Okay. So, as bad as you can probably imagine, it's worse. Like worse than, what was that movie? Handmaid's Tale. So, okay, so the narrative is always going to try to be hijacked. Your only need, or whatever it is, if you feel so called to engage in such a thing, is to comprehend what it is that is driving the narrative. What's the purpose behind it? And it's always going to be control. And it's not control over the narrative, it's control over your central nervous system. Because lying to the camera, they don't give a shit about. They give a shit about how you feel about them lying to the camera. Okay? See how that, like, crunchity in your system gets? See how that just... So, rather than, just go, okay. Open up. I'm fine. I'm sovereign in my skin. I don't need to be emotionally invested in this, but I can witness it, find the energetic pattern, and then release it. Okay? I can't express how important the energy work is right now. And it's not that you're only doing the energy work. You do whatever it is you freaking can. And if you can't do all the things, don't bugger out about it. Don't freak out. Don't get yourself into a tizzy. Just say, I'm going to do whatever the hell it is that I can do to completely rid myself of patriarchal structures, concepts, thought patterns, whatever it is. Get off the freaking train because it's going off the freaking cliff. Okay. You don't need to be on that train. Okay. The cliff is up ahead. I don't know if you can see it, but I've seen it for a long time. It's there. Pinky fucking swear. Okay. So let the people that are on the train just be there in their, terrible destruction. There's nothing you can do for those people any longer. So when you're finished cultivating this information, all you need to do is look for your own empowerment and decide how you want to feel the next time this shit shows up. How do I want to feel in my body? How do I want to respond rather than react? And if you don't want to respond with anything, cool. If you want to, give them a little dash of your own herbs and spices, that's cool too. If you want to douse them in a cold ice bath, whatever it is, you have to decide. Nobody can give that to you. Nobody can give that to you. You have to decide how you want to feel in your body, how you want to handle the situation, and how things are going to progress forward. Okay? It has nothing to do with what anybody else is going to instruct, but looking at it, processing it, coming to a conclusion about it, and then deciding just how little power it actually is going to have over you. Okay, because they're looking for the power and control. They want you in the helpless mode so they can just, okay, that's the idea. They want you in that little child scared body of like, oh my God, this was just like XYZ when I was a little kid. And the authority figure that is the same system that's up ahead, ruling everything, did what they did because the authorities told them to, gave them permission, blah, 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 planted it in their brain, blah, 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 blah. Okay. This is nothing more than an inner child trigger. That's all this is. So then you get to alchemize and say, okay, rather than doing that, which I've always done, I want to choose to feel differently. I want to choose something else. I'm going to allow myself to be fully present with this without stepping into old patterns. Okay? Choose to hop on a different timeline. Okay, it is perspective. It is definitely perspective. And we're not denying that shit is going awry right now. The system is crumbling and it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be fireworks and rainbows and unicorn farts. This is going to be messy and it's not going to get better for a little bit yet. 2026 is going to show us some wicked, awful shit. Okay? So buckle up. Get your get your tribe ready. Get everything like you need to deal with all this crap that's going on right now, and just remember that not everybody's supposed to stay, not everybody is going to leave, and not everybody is going to be looking out for your own best interests. And so realizing your priorities, right? What are my priorities when it comes to people, places, things, food, whatever it is? What are my priorities? How do I take care of myself? How do I take care of those people that I love? The 2026 is going to throw us for a big loop. Okay? And it's not to be a terrifying thing. It's to say, okay, this is your opportunity to become a member of the human race. This is your opportunity. Take it. Don't reject it. Take it. Play with it. Have fun with it. Okay? And it's not that you negate the bad shit that's happening. Don't negate it. Don't neglect it. Support it. Love it. Send it. Whatever you can. But don't turn your back to it. Okay? And that's a lot of like spiritual communities are doing right now, is just turning their back. It's solo vibe. For the slew of people that loves to tote manifestation as some sort of truth really doesn't understand how the hell it works and doesn't want to help clean up the mess they created. So here we are. Okay? Rant! That wasn't necessarily a hot pocket. Maybe it's a lean pocket. Okay, anyway. The object is not to get into the state of terror. The object is to look at the things that are trying to put you in a state of terror and asking yourself, what are they actually trying to do here? Like, what do they think they're going to accomplish? by gaslighting all these people, by putting agents in the streets, by using a crap narrative, by taking away our human rights. What are they trying to accomplish? Number one, they're trying to subconsciously let us know we're losing control right now. We have no control, and we're seeking to gain it back by means of violence. Okay. And then they're going to tell you what? That it's your civic obligation to step back in line to support your fellow humans that are slaving away to be parasited by all these other lovely companies, corporations, and governments that we've created for you. Okay. Pull the plugs accordingly. Pull it out. Okay. That's the point of cruelty. It's to get you back in line, to get you back under control, and get you out of your central nervous system. That's the only way they can keep control, is getting you out of your central nervous system. That's how this whole thing has functioned this entire time. This is why people think 50s was so great. Because all of the housewives were on so many fucking drugs. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They were on so many fucking drugs just to numb out their entire... Go watch the movie Mother. I don't even know if you can get that in the US anymore, by the way. You're going to have to get a VPN if you want to watch the movie Mother. How fucked is that? Anyway, go watch the movie. It's a doozy, but pretty much. I was having a conversation with my girlfriend earlier. And I was like, yeah, you ever seen Futurama? And she's like, no. I was like, by the same guy, I think, that created Good Omens and that yummy, delectable dream thing. I can't remember. Sleep, Morpheus, dude. Son of a monkey's butt nugget. What was it called? It was about like the god character's death and dream or sleep. Desire, despair. And these were all gods, but they were emotions and kind of psychological experiences. And so it was a really good show. But anyway, back to the original. I asked her if she had ever seen or heard of Futurama. And she said, yeah, I've heard of that show. I'm like, you need to go look up the Death by Snoo Snoo. I think it's called A Planet in the Moon. Go look up Death by Snoo Snoo. And she's like, oh, God. And I was like, oh, just you wait. Oh, I saw this coming years ago. Oh, I remember watching it and going, didn't they already say Trump was going to be president? With all these people talking to chat GPT. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta leave you with a happy note. Okay, go watch that episode. Don't support because he fucking scene of the eps again. Dingle dangle. Go watch the episode. It's so great, you guys. It's so great. I am slightly intrigued, slightly annoyed, and slightly semi-terrified. Because we've got a whole slew of people that are calling for the death of women, and then we've got other boys on, I think it was Instagram. Don't quote me. I don't know, I posted it. Or did I? I didn't post it on this one. Darn. But it's like a dude that's like, I wonder if I can show it to you. Interesting. Okay, sorry. Coming. Okay. Maybe I'm not. I'm not coming. There it is. Okay. Oh, hey. So my my little tribe is putting out it's called the prayer donation movement. If you guys are interested in that, I can post that in one of the comment descriptions. It's this Friday. You join by Zoom. If you're interested in it, please let me know and I will send it out, but I don't want to put it out there and then it's not even there. Oh, that's right, because I did not put it in there. I did that on purpose. Okay, I remember. Some people do not take kindly to these things.
I really want the world to be ruled by women. Neurodiverse, artsy, witchy, weird, freaky, yoga, healer, pagan women. The awakened and the awakening women. Please take over. I'm at your beck and call. I can provide slapstick comedy entertainment for the children. I can chop vegetables. I can carry your gongs into the forest. I can gather firewood. Let me know how I can help. Please take this shit show over. Cast some spells. Whatever you gotta do. I really wanted the world.
It's nice to know there's men still out there that like their knobs well polished by women. Anyway, so woo! Yep, I stepped in it. Can you smell it? So that exists, number one. So there's your contrast, okay? I felt like I really needed to do that because it's so and now that we know that there's sacred secret men out there and one of them was gunned down in the street, I feel like we can kind of let them out into the loveliness that is life and just hold lovely space for them. Okay, so while you're sifting through the shit comments and the red pill, like, destroy, terrible, blah, 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 know that that glorious creature exists and so many more like him. And it's not that we need to go, we don't need to go inundate, but we do need to hold space and hold sacred that type of beauty exists in the world, and I'm so grateful for it. Okay, so just hold that in the back of your mind while you're reading all these horrible, terrible things that men wish women would go through. Okay? Hold sacred, keep your flame, and I love you. We'll talk about witchy stuff in the next video.